Hey, what's up, everybody? Roger Sullivan here. Hey, I want to talk to you a little bit about FOPO. I said FOPO. I didn't say FOMO. Everybody knows FOMO is fear of missing out. That was me growing up as a kid. I was the oldest of the cousins. I was always shoved in the other room, and I always want to know what's going on in the other room. What are the adults doing? And that has gone through my whole life. I still suffer from FOMO. Like, what's going on? I'm home. I see people out posting, and they're out doing something. What am I missing? What am I missing? It's not what I'm talking about today. Today, I'm talking about, because I'm talking to you about business. I'm talking to you about entrepreneurship. I'm talking to you, recording our journey of creating a business from scratch, going from zero back up to a point to where we can travel the world and have that comfort again, creating a residual income that's going to last a lifetime and a legacy with what we're doing. So I want to talk to you about FOPO. FOPO is an acronym. It stands for fear. It stands for overwhelm, procrastination, and overthinking. These four things are what's causing most businesses owners to freeze. They don't know what to do because FOPO paralyzes them because there's so much. So I just want to break it down a little bit. Okay. So let's get the first thing. It's going to be a real quick video. Fear. They're only fear of two different things, of the known and the unknown. So what's fear of the known? Fear of the known. I'm on an airplane and a door opens. If I fall out without a parachute, I'm going to die. Okay. That's a known fear. Like, absolutely. I know this is going to happen. Chances of it happening, very slightly. Okay. I don't foresee that happening. Okay. Record this. Remember this. If that's how I die, that'll be weird. Right. Okay. But most of it's fear of the unknown. Like we like tend to think like, okay, well, what if this happens? Oh, or what if that happens? Oh, well, what if this doesn't work? Oh, and so it paralyzes us because we don't want to make a decision because we're afraid of what might happen. And we think of it in the context of what's bad. What if you just think about that same way and you think about it in the positive happens? What if this happens? What if this works? Oh my gosh, what if whatever? So like the thing to overcoming fear is to just stop doing it and just act. Find out. Find out. What's the worst that's going to happen? We're talking about business. It's like, what if I run this ad and nobody responds? What if you run that ad and it's your grand slam? Like it's your grand slam offer, and all of a sudden, like you become a millionaire because of one offer. It can happen. So the next thing, moving on really quickly, overwhelm. Overwhelm, where you're faced with a task that's so big you just don't know how to start. Like, because we create goals for ourselves. We measure goals instead of things that we can control, right? Instead of things like actions. So we think about this big thing and it becomes overwhelming. It's like, I'm going to make $5 million this year. It's like, okay, well, I made 5,000 in January. It's like, okay, where do I start? How do I do this? And it's like, you just get overwhelmed because there's so many moving parts and so many things. You guys have all heard the thing before about the elephant, right? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. The fact of the matter is you just take a bite and you do it. All right. Next thing, procrastination. So you guys heard of Parkinson's law? Parkinson's law says, now I know you guys have all done this. You've all experienced Parkinson's law because we've all been to high school and we waited for that book report, till the night before, and you had to get it done, right? And what happened? You stayed up till 2 a.m. and you got the book report done. Even in the old days before ChatGPT and typing and everything, where we actually had to write it out in pen. And if you had more than 2 mistakes on a page, you had to start over, but we got it done. Okay. Parkinson's law says that any task that you have will expand or contract based on the time that's allotted to that task, right? So when you had that book report to do and you waited until the last night, it shrunk, right? But you got it done because you got it done in that time. What happens in business is we have this big, long, we don't set our time frames small enough. And so there's all this time, right? So we have until the end of the year to make $5 million. Well, it's like it's just the day goes by and well, Thursday or Tuesday, April 7th. Well, I mowed the lawn and the plumber showed up and I'll get to it tomorrow, and it just doesn't work. Procrastination doesn't work. Think about it this way. You ever asked your kids to clean their room before they go to bed? They're going to find every excuse not to do it. Okay, but you set a bowl of ice cream down in front of them. Are they finding excuses to not eat the ice cream? No, they're just doing it. They're just going to move into it. Last thing, really quickly, overthinking. Okay, overthinking this is really super common. It's like, well, I've got to get everything right. Everything's got to be perfect. I got to get ready to get ready to get ready to get ready, and then I'm gonna get ready. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're overthinking things. Like, well, if I'm gonna do this, I need to make sure this process is right. So I got to get this process down. And it's like, okay, well, in this process, there's a direct mail campaign, and I need to start a mailing sequence. So I need to learn how to write a mailing sequence, and then oh well, I've got to send it out. So my CRM does some automation, so I'm going to go into some YouTube videos, and I'm really going to learn how to send those out. And then it's like, oh well, who am I going to send it to? Well, I got to get a list. Well, where am I going to get the list? So I need to hire somebody to get me a list, and so I need to do some research on who gets the. Just stop. You know what the secret to all of these things are? You know the antidote to FOPO is? The antidote to fear, the antidote to overwhelm, to procrastination, overthinking. Just do it. Just do it. One of my mentors and very best friends, Scott Thomas, he says, action creates clarity. By stepping forward and doing action, you will figure out the next step, but you can't figure out that step until you take the first one. That's what I got. FOPO. If you want to know more about it, or click, just click down below, make a comment. I'm getting ready to start a challenge or a cohort or anything. And we're going to be going over a lot of this stuff in here. If you find this content useful, if this quick little video was good, be sure to like. I'm going to be posting like this on a regular basis about my journey, going from zero to hero, going from building nothing, having no residual income, to creating a residual income that's going to create a legacy that I'm going to leave for my kids and their kids. Until next time, I'm Roger Sullivan. Remember, you are good enough, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise, especially yourself.